Today's video is all about a very bizarre case of a man who supposedly died from being given a wedgie. Now, most of you, or if not all of you, have probably heard that term, and most of the time that wedgie is given usually in like middle school or something like that, where a bully picks on a kid and then gives him a wedgie. So you don't necessarily hear about that happening to a 58-year-old man by his 35-year-old son. And that is exactly what happened in this case. I'm here in McLeod, Oklahoma, and I'm here in the McLeod Riverside Cemetery, and we're walking around trying to find the grave of the man who died. His name was Denver Lee St. Clair. On the evening of December 21st, 2013, Bradley Davis, who was 34 years old at the time, was having a fight and getting in an argument with his stepfather named Denver Lee St. Clair, who was 58 years old. Now, they were fighting, they were drinking together, they were arguing, just kind of a recipe for disaster, pretty much. And this was not the only occasion where they were both fighting and drinking together. Davis admitted to giving Denver, his stepfather, a wedgie, saying that he pulled the underwear up as far as he could go, and the underwear wrapped around Denver's head and neck. And he admitted that he knocked Denver out before that. He says that he did not intend to kill his stepfather. However, he wanted to embarrass him by giving him a wedgie, and so when he woke up, he would be embarrassed. However, his stepfather never woke up. He died from a combination of asphyxiation as well as blunt force trauma. Now, the reason for their initial fighting on that night was because Davis's mother, which would have been Denver St. Clair's wife, had committed insurance fraud and reported it to the police. And he said that St. Clair had threatened to blame his stepson for the fire that destroyed his repair shop. They were arguing back and forth and fighting about the fire and then the insurance fraud and just, of course, drinking, so that didn't help anything. And he said that Denver came at him, attacking him, and he said that he was just defending himself. And he said he was panicked, mad, scared, and things got out of hand. Bradley Davis was, of course, arrested for his stepfather's murder. He was given 35 years in prison. His parole date is somewhere around 2040 or 2041 or so. Denver had been married to his wife for 20 years, and I guess at times had been extremely abusive and violent towards her. So as you can tell, I've been walking around this little cemetery here for a little while, and I, for the life of me, cannot find his grave. He is buried here, that's what it says online, but he doesn't have a marker or headstone that has his name on it. So it looks like he is buried here with an unmarked grave, which is interesting, but you know, that's the family's choice. They for whatever reason they chose to do that. As you can tell behind me, the cicadas have been out in full force. That is why I did majority of my narration in the car, as this is what you'd be hearing the whole video. So pretty much most of Oklahoma and Texas, I've had to do most of my narrations in the car, and then I just, of course, take that narration and use my video with that. So in case you're wondering how I do most of my videos, at least in Texas and Oklahoma, I took most of my narrations in the car where it's quiet, and then transfer that audio and mix that audio over the video that I shoot in the cemetery or at the house or wherever I'm at. Anyway, a little behind the scenes with Harmon, but again, I feel absolutely terrible. I can't film a grave for you for this video. I wish I could find his grave, but it looks like he just doesn't have one. Rest in peace to Denver St. Clair. It does sound like, unfortunately, his anger and drinking issues and potential violence kind of caught up with him, and unfortunately all came together with the argument with his stepson. So I guess that's one good reason why either A, limit how much you drink and B, just be kind. Be kind to people. There's no reason to escalate argument into violence. So I don't know. That's just my advice to anyone who gets upset or fights with people when they drink. Just never a good outcome most of the time. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching my videos. Again, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, again, my name's Harmon. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.